What is going on? It is the BJJ report 2019-06. I got a beverage. What is this? Brought to you by Canada Dry. Mandarin orange, sparkling seltzer water. I'm not kidding when I say this is delicious. Meg actually packed some up. We got home yesterday and Meg packed up the groceries. I picked up the groceries. She put them away. And she put a whole bunch of seltzer in the cooler. Lemon and whatever other flavors except for this one, and that's okay. My beverage does not have to be cold for me to drink it. A. B. There wasn't one of these in there. I went to go open it and put it in there. And she goes, I put them all in there. I was like, yeah, but I like the Canada Dry sparkling orange one, so sorry. Thanks for putting those other ones away. The BJJ report, man, what is being brought to you today by, I said halfway there. If you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and especially if you grew up on the East Coast, and even more so, here it is today in New Jersey. If I say to you halfway there, the next thing that should or could pop into your mind is Bon Jovi. Whoa. We're halfway there, living on the prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Bon Jovi. We're halfway there. What does that even mean? We're halfway there, meaning the year. I'm writing the date. Even Finn called it out as we were traveling around this weekend, because it's the 1st of June. So by Jove, son, you're right. That's what I said to him. We're halfway there, and I don't know if this needs to serve as motivation. It doesn't, years are just kind of like these mile markers, or just like these signposts, and for some people they mean more than others. And if you tabulate your lifetime in years, months, days, minutes, seconds, then the fact that we're halfway through the year may be meaningful for you. I asked Finn, I said, hey Finn, have you got any goals that you met? Is there any goals, anything that you have achieved that you wanted to achieve by this time this year? And he said, no, I don't do any New Year's resolutions or anything like that. It's all right, fair enough. And I asked him, I said, hey, would you like to do some next year? And he said, yes. Because we are halfway there, what were some of the things I talked about doing for my year? I think I said I want to do a couple competitions at BJJ. I haven't done any yet, so I guess I'm due to do those. I'd also said that I'd like to speak at a couple events. I think I said 5, if I'm not lying. I don't know. I have to go back and look. But I've already gotten the opportunity to speak at one, and I should be able to host at least a couple this year. Who knows what they'll be about, but I have been able to speak at least one, and I've gone to at least one event. I think I said I'd like to go to more seminars this year. I probably said 5 of those as well. I've gone to one event. Hey Meg, what's up? I'm on my way home. I've gone to one event this year. I've got one more scheduled. Which I forgot about the podcast one that I'm going to go to here in Jersey, in Atlantic City. I think that's in September. So I just went to that meetup down in Denver. So I'm making my way through my list of things that I kind of wanted to do this year, and that's cool, right? Actually, I'm going to a big event for work in August, so that'll be a whole week long of just getting baptized by fire of the fire of sales and work and what I do. So that should be interesting. But I asked him, and so halfway through the year, have you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish? Did you set out to accomplish anything? Because it's real easy to make it through life without goals. It is. I mean, you can just kind of do it and make it on through, and you can enjoy it too. I know that I have for a significant part of my life. I've enjoyed not having goals. I've enjoyed not setting these anything really in into motion, and it's fine. And I just find, though, and just on my own, right, I find that having a couple different goals is just a little bit more enticing, a little bit, more, just something else to do, to add to it, other than getting up and going to work, which, again, is fine, it's great. I contribute to probably almost every bit and piece that goes across this internet, this connection that's getting to you. It touched something that I probably helped put into the network in one way or another, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting when you think about it. When I think about it, and so that's, to me, is a lot of times how I get through working, or just simply doing my best, because I know that somebody's looking, right? My children, my wife, or you guys. I know Meg and I did the Hot Mess Express yesterday. If you didn't check it out, then head on over there and check it out. We've got a Hot Mess Express page, and it's just us shooting the shit, having a good time. And we had a lot to talk about yesterday. That it got kind of deeper than we probably intended to when we first started up. We started up with putting these teeth whiteners that we got from Japan in our mouth, Hong Kong. Anyways, we started on ranting a little bit about people posting whatever on Facebook, but why would you post anything but the best parts of your life? And why would you bother? If you know it wasn't the best you could do at that moment in time, right? I don't think that sharing your weight to the world, dial that back. I mean, if you're going through some shit and you need somebody to talk to, absolutely get it any way you can, right? Go any way that you can to get that support that you need. If you're not getting it right where you are, and you don't feel like it's safe in your live environment to share what's going on with you, then share what you need to share. And hopefully there's a place there that people see you and reach out to you and know that you need that support. So do that, right? But most of the times we call it fake book, but this is what somebody wants to display in their lives. That they want to display the most excellent version of themselves and what they see in their minds of themselves, and want to share that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. I hope that that's the life that they live in. I want them to live that life. And the thing is that's their life. They can believe it is however they want to believe it. And when you meet them and you talk to them and you don't know anything else about them, that is their life. They are exactly who they say that they are. And why wouldn't they want to live that life and share that kind of excellence and just be that kind of hope? And maybe they've got something that you see that you may like. And I think that is mostly, that's what I see when I go to Facebook. And don't get me wrong, there was a point, and I was like, oh, everything is so fake on Facebook. Go get it, man. Have fun. Be excited. Share what you want to share. I'll celebrate you. I'll celebrate what you're doing. I think that's awesome. You went to a barbecue yesterday? You shared all the food. That looks delicious. I'm happy for you. Do I wish I was there? Maybe, but not really. I was where I was. I was at the perfect place in my life at that time. I'm cool with that, right? Celebrate your life, people, and know that there are people out there celebrating with you. I don't feel like you're showing off. I feel like you're celebrating a moment of your life, and you deserve to. You should celebrate life. That's how I feel about it. So we're halfway through the year. I feel like you can get a little bit more from it personally. From personal things I found is that I've gotten more from life when I set some goals up and just write them down at the beginning of the year, and I never look back. I rarely look back. It's probably why I don't achieve my goals faster, because you're supposed to review them and look at them and, kind of keep them at the forefront and work towards them. Regardless of that, just jotting them down, because that wasn't always my comfort zone. Just jotting down a couple of your goals and locking them away, never sharing them with anybody, never telling anybody what your goals are or were, dreams or vision or whatever you want to call it. Lock it away, put it away where nobody can see it. There's safety in that too. Because some people feel like if you write down a goal and it doesn't happen, it doesn't come to pass, they feel like they can now be seen as a failure. Well, I love the line, and I don't know who it's by. I don't think it's by Florence Scovel Shinn. It's by another person from the 40s or 50s. But she says, it's better to be a quitter. One thing that's worse than a quitter is a person who never starts. You can't say anything about the person who got up and took a couple steps towards their dreams if you've never done a thing. If all you've ever done is sit back and be the couch quarterback. So what are your goals? Do you have any? Did you get any this year? Did you write some down? Writing your goals down is in of itself, that can be part of the goal and a process. And there's something, I don't know, I want to, cathartic is, I think, just like a release of pain and pressure and stuff, I think, and don't get me wrong, it's liberating, but it's more of a liberation when you write down your goals and your thoughts and your dreams than it is anything else in my eyes, and the way that I see it all. So even doing that is taking your first action towards your dreams, and that is more than I think like 97% of the people out there do. So if you were to even simply write down your goals and what you wanted to do, your dreams, your aspirations, you are in the top 3% of the world. And it's never too late. I know we're halfway through the year, right? It's never too late. You've got something inside you that you want to do this year. I know you do. You've got a bunch of people thinking to yourself, you think that if you bring it up to them, they're going to say, I don't know, that's such a good idea. They don't have to know. They don't have to care. You don't have to care about what they think. If you've got a goal, if you've got a dream, if there's something inside of you that you've got to get out, you don't have to wait to the new year to create a resolution. No, you don't. So we're halfway through the year. Where are you at with it? Are you where you wanted to be when the year started? I hope you are. And this is like, so here we go. This is brought to you by the BJJ report. Coming at you from leaving my Southern Jersey Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and right as I was leaving today, I noticed, I'm not sure if it's a new sign or not, but it said, keep on rolling until that belt turns black. And if you're not familiar, the belt starts at white, goes blue, purple, brown, and then black. And that's what it is. You just keep going. You show up every day. You give it all you got. You give it what you've got. You don't have to say give it all you got. You give it what you can. You give it your best in the moment. And you can always look back and say, you know what, maybe I could have given it a little bit more. I could have done a little bit better. But you can't. You can't go back in the past, and you can't project too far into the future. All you can do is what you can do in that moment, the best that you can do in that moment. So that's my, but just keep showing up. That's it. I gotta go.